What is already presented here, back with another Honkai Star Rail guide, and today I'm here with the full build guide for the character that's going to be rerunning during the 3.1 second half, being Huohuo. So this video I'm going to be taking you over her kin Eidolons, then I'll be taking you over her best Lightcone options, followed by that will be best Relic sets and Planar Ornaments, and then finally will be the Mainstat and Substat recommendations. I now have a full build guide for every character in 3.1 that is both new and rerunning, so if you're interested in getting Tribi, Yunli, Mide, or now Huohuo, there's a build guide that's going to be on every one of them that is now out. They're also in the pinned comment that you can check below. So if you're interested in any of those characters, definitely be sure to check it out. That's all I want to say. Before I get to the video, if you guys find this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, dropping a like would be greatly appreciated. If you're new or haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon for future videos like this, along with all other types of Star Rail content. Check the description to join the Discord, and let's get straight into the video. So Huohuo is a wind character following the path of abundance. Her basic attack deals wind damage equal to 50% of Huohuo's max HP to a single target enemy. Her skill dispels a debuff from a single target ally and immediately restores this ally's HP by an amount equal to 21% of Huohuo's max HP plus 560. At the same time, restores HP for allies that are adjacent to this target ally by an amount equal to 16.8% of Huohuo's max HP plus 448. Her ultimate regenerates energy for all teammates, i.e. excluding this unit, by an amount equal to 20% of their respective max energy. At the same time, increases their attack by 40% for 2 turns. The talent: after using her skill, Huohuo gains Divine Provision, lasting for 2 turns. This duration decreases by 1 at the start of Huohuo's every turn. If Huohuo has Divine Provision when an ally's turn starts or when an ally uses their ultimate, restores HP for that ally by an amount equal to 4.5% of Huohuo's max HP plus 120. At the same time, every ally with 50% HP percentage or lower receives healing once. When Divine Provision is triggered to heal an ally, dispel 1 debuff from that ally. This effect can be triggered up to 6 times. Using the skill again will reset the effect's trigger count. The technique: Huohuo terrorizes surrounding enemies, inflicting Horror Struck on them. Enemies in Horror Struck will flee away from Huohuo for 10 seconds. When entering battle with enemies in Horror Struck, there is a 100% base chance of reducing every single enemy's attack by 25% for 2 turns. For her bonus traces, her A2, when the battle starts, Huohuo gains Divine Provision lasting for 1 turn. Her A4 increases the chance to resist crowd control debuffs by 35%. And her A6, when her talent is triggered to heal allies, Huohuo regenerates 1 energy. For Eidolons, for E1, the duration of Divine Provision produced by the talent is extended by 1 turn. When Huohuo possesses Divine Provision, all ally speed increases by 12%. For E2, if Huohuo possesses Divine Provision when an ally target is struck by a killing blow, the ally will not be knocked down and their HP will immediately be restored by an amount equal to 50% of their max HP. This reduces the duration of Divine Provision by 1 turn and can only be triggered 2 times per battle. For E4, when healing a target ally via a skill or talent, the less HP the ally target currently has, the higher the amount of healing they will receive, and the maximum increase in healing provided by Huohuo is 80%. And her E6, when healing a target ally, increases the target ally's damage dealt by 50% for 2 turns. Taking a look at some of the best Lightcone options for Huohuo, the best one is obviously going to be her own signature Lightcone, which provides a 12% increase in energy regeneration rate. And when any ally uses their ultimate, the wearer restores HP for the ally currently with the lowest HP percentage by an amount equal to 10% of the healed ally's max HP. When the wearer provides healing for an ally, increases the healed ally's attack by 2.4%, that stacks up to 5 times and lasts for 2 turns. So at base, this Lightcone is providing you 12% energy regeneration rate, which is going to be great to get your ult back faster, which is going to help you have more uptime on the buff. And more ults mean you can actually regenerate more energy for your team, which is going to be really good, especially when you're pairing her with someone like Aglia or Robin who have really high energy requirements. In those cases, getting ultimate back fast is going to be really nice, so this giving you 12% energy regeneration rate is going to be great. On top of that, this will allow you to use any ultimate on your team to heal allies, which is practically turning everyone into a healer. So properly timed ults can actually help you heal allies and help you avoid dying a lot in the battle, which is why this is really powerful. And now when Huohuo is healing someone else, it's going to give them more attack, which is going to further just benefit any damage you do deal, especially for units that do want the attack. Great pairing with someone like Aglia, great pairing with someone like Robin, especially as it further increases her buff because it's increasing her attack. Any attack scaling DPS is going to love this, and it stacks up to 5 times, so you can get a good amount. It's not a big crazy amount, it's just a nice little additive bonus they do have on top of what it does provide. So the fact this Lightcone once again provides you energy regeneration rate is going to be really nice. Letting everyone on your team practically become a healer is also really good, and then the extra attack you can get is why this is her best option. Another really good option is actually the standard Bailu Lightcone, which increases the wearer's max max HP by 18% and outgoing healing by 12%. When the wearer heals allies, record the amount of outgoing healing. When any ally launches an attack, a random attacked enemy takes additional damage equal to 36% of the recorded outgoing healing value. The type of this additional damage is the same of the type as the wearer's. The additional damage is not affected by other buffs and can only occur one time per turn. So this is practically just nice for purely just her healing output, as more HP is going to help her scale off more healing, and it does actually provide her outgoing healing, which is going to further increase the healing she does do, so it's going to make her perform her role a lot better. Honestly, this part does seem like it's pretty good with the extra damage you can deal. It can help you a bit in cases where you want to wiggle down enemies a little more, but it's honestly nothing that's really noticeable. The extra damage is just a nice bonus it does have, but it's mainly for the fact that this Lightcone provides you a good amount of max HP and also nice outgoing healing increase, so Huohuo can perform her role a lot better when she is healing, which is why this Lightcone is another fine option you can use. Another really good option is the post-op conversation Lightcone, which increases the wearer's energy regeneration rate by 8%, and when using ultimate, increases outgoing healing by 12%. And this is a very common Lightcone, so a lot of people have an S5, and at S5 it's a 16% increase to energy regeneration rate, and a 24% outgoing healing increase when using ultimate. So as I already mentioned with something like the signature that already just gives you a bunch of energy regeneration rate, this one actually provides you even more, so you're going to be able to get your ultimate even faster. And once you do use your ultimate, you're going to get even more healing for your team, which is going to be really good. So the fact that this Lightcone just provides you a free 16% increase in energy regeneration rate is so good on its own, and the also fact that it's going to further increase your healing after you do use your ultimate, which Huohuo gets to use a lot already, is going to be really good because now she's getting an increase to her main role with the outgoing healing increase, so she's able to heal more, and on top of that she's able to get her ultimate faster, which once again will help you cycle the big attack buff it does give, and especially the energy it will give for your team, which is why post-op conversation is another great option. Another good option is the shared feeling Lightcone, which increases the wearer's outgoing healing by 10%, and when using skill, regenerates 2 energy for all allies. And at S5, it is a 20% increase to outgoing healing and regenerates 4 energy for allies when using skill. So a nice increase to outgoing healing is going to be just good for healing overall throughout the battle, so just giving it to you unconditionally like that is just going to be nice for her role. And every 2 turns, or 3 if you do have the E1, you're now going to be able to, when you do use the skill, give energy for your allies, which is going to be good. Since she already provides energy for her allies, now she can provide even more thanks to this Lightcone, which as I already mentioned is really good for characters that especially have higher steep ultimate requirements. So the extra energy this Lightcone would be providing is actually going to be quite beneficial, which is why shared feeling is another good option you can use. Another option you can use is the free to play Hey Over Here Lightcone, which will increase the wearer's max HP by 8%, and when the wearer uses their skill, increases outgoing healing by 16% for 2 turns, and at S5 it is a 12% increase to max HP with a 28% increase to outgoing healing when using skill. So the usual more max HP is going to help her heal even more, and the outgoing healing when you do use your skill is obviously going to further increase the healing she does do in her role, so helping you stay alive even longer. The only issue is if you do have E1, this will not last for the full 3 turns, because obviously as it does say it lasts for 2 turns, so there could be a turn where you don't actually have the extra outgoing healing, which in a lot of cases will be fine. Whether you decide to just not get the outgoing healing for that turn or you decide to cycle the skill a little earlier is up to you, but for the majority of the time you still will have it up because 2 out of 3 turns is fine, and this only applies to anyone that does have the E1. If you don't have the E1, it doesn't apply to you, and so you just get the outgoing healing for the entirety of her skill duration, which is why this Lightcone is another good option to use. Another option you can use is the perfect timing Lightcone, which will increase the wearer's effect res by 16% and increases outgoing healing that is an amount equal to 33% of effect res. Outgoing healing can be increased this way by up to 15%. So this will allow you to actually build her with more effect res, which can be nice in battle as it will allow her to get CC'd less, because you know you do have the Dispel debuff, but there are times where you definitely would avoid CC because getting CC'd can mess up your rotations especially. So more effect res is going to be a bit beneficial there, and the more effect res you would have, on top of actually having less chance to be CC'd, you will also be getting outgoing healing increase. And at S5 you get a 32% increase to effect res, which is a massive amount. Then you get 45% of effect res scaling that also increases up to 27% for outgoing healing, which is really good because 32% effect res is so good on its own, because if you're running something like Broken Kill, that's literally the entire requirement right there. And so this will help you again get CC'd a lot less in battle, and then you're also getting awarded by getting more outgoing healing, which is going to allow her to perform her role even better, which is why perfect timing is another good option you can use. Now these other 2 options I want to talk about are mainly sacrificing stuff like more outgoing healing healing or more max HP for stats and better healing, and trading it for something else. And the first one I want to talk about is the Quid Pro Quo Lightcone, which at the start of the wearer's turn regenerates 8 energy for a randomly chosen ally, excluding the wearer whose energy is currently lower than 50% energy. And at S5, it does become 16 energy. So you pair this with the fact that her actual ultimate provides more energy, so you're going to be able to help allies get up to 50% energy faster that don't already have it. And then at the times you do have your ultimate ready for when they have over 50%, you can accelerate it by having her ultimate actually pop and give more energy, having you use it on the ally. And any time that it is Huohuo's turn, she's just going to be able to give more energy to allies that don't have 50% HP. So this Lightcone will allow you to actually build her a little faster than you would normally. So the faster she does act will actually allow her to give more energy faster to allies that have less than 50% energy, which can definitely help you accelerate certain rotations or get your DPS ults even faster, which is why this is another Lightcone you can use, again, at the cost of other stats. And the last option I will talk about is the 3-star multiplication Lightcone, which gives a 12% action forward for their next action after using a basic attack, and at S5 it becomes a 20% increase, so every time you do use your basic attack, you're going to get a 20% advance forward, which is going to help you accelerate your rotations even faster. The only thing you do want to make sure you look out for is the faster you do act, the faster the actual divine provision will run out. But this is mainly to accelerate getting your ultimate faster, so make sure you do have specific tunings in mind so you hit certain thresholds so you can get the proper turns, and be sure you're not actively just using this Lightcone to just kill out your divine provision turns rather than benefit you anything else. As I mentioned, it can help you get your ultimate faster as you're attacking more. It could also help you generate skill points on teams that are SP hungry. So again, the cost of other stats, this is a Lightcone you can use as well. Now for some of the best relic sets for Huohuo, a really good one for front-loaded SP is going to be the Past Price set, as the 2-piece gives you a 10% increase to outgoing healing, and the 4-piece gives you a skill point immediately at the start of the battle. So the 2-piece giving you 10% outgoing healing is going to be good for her role, as again she is mainly a healer, and the 4-piece gives you an extra skill point once you are going into battle, so any teams that might need that extra skill point, which is a lot of teams that Huohuo is on, the extra skill point is very beneficial, especially since she herself actually needs to set up the skill right away regardless of what dupe level you're at, as she wants to get the divine provision going. So this is going to help out a lot with that, because it practically just becomes a free skill point you can use for her to actually set it up. Because on a lot of teams without this, there's going to be times where you just don't have enough skill points at the beginning because you're already setting up other buffs such as Robin buff, maybe even Sunday buff. With Sunday buff, you'd have the skill points regenerated in a lot of cases, but sometimes you may not. It really just depends on the team composition you're doing. Maybe your DPS really needs the skill as well. So a lot of times the 4-piece giving you an extra skill point is going to be really beneficial, which is why the 4-piece of the Past Price set is a great option. Another really good set you can do is the 4-piece of the Hackerspace, as the 2-piece gives you an increase to speed by 6%, and the 4-piece, when you do use your ultimate on an ally, increases speed for all allies by 12% for one turn and cannot be stacked. So she does actually use her ultimate on your allies, so you're going to be able to get that 12% speed buff. The 2-piece is going to also help you hit faster breakpoints as well. Depends on what you're aiming for, but regardless, the extra speed is going to help you hit that. And then the 4-piece is going to be great for any speed thresholds you may hit. Maybe this could help you hit 160 on certain supports in battle, help your DPS hit certain speeds as well. When you are using this relic set though, just be sure it doesn't mess up with any speed tunings, because you may have a specific speed tuning that could be messed up with the extra speed this relic set does provide. So just be wary of that, and if you are good to go with that and the speed can actually end up helping you, that makes Hackerspace a great option to use. Past that, it is just combining 2-pieces, so you could do 2-piece of the Past Price set, which is the main recommended one as it does increase outgoing healing, and combine that with 2-piece of one of the speed sets, so Hackerspace again, or also 2-piece of the Relieved Ordeal set for the extra speed. You can also do 2-piece speed to help you hit faster thresholds, especially something like 160 speed even, or you can combine 2-piece of any of the ones mentioned and do 2-piece of the max HP set, because the 2-piece here does give you 12% max HP, so the extra max HP is going to also increase your healing amount as well, which is why it's another option you can do while pairing it with the speed set or the Past Price set. Usually the way you'd go is 2-piece Past Price with 2-piece speed. That's going to be the main one to go, but again, you might already have enough speed rolls, so you don't really have a need for the extra speed, which can allow you to actually just end up doing the max HP set instead. But overall, I definitely recommend would get a 4-piece one. 4-piece the Past Price is just a lot better. A lot of teams, it just gives you a free skill usage. If not that, 4-piece Hackerspace can be great. Just again, be sure to account for any speed tunings. And then past that, 2-piece speed with 2-piece of the Past Price set, or one of those and 2-piece set. When it comes to Planar Ornaments, overall the best one is going to be the Fleet of the Ageless, as it does provide 12% max HP, and once you deal 120 speed or higher, it gives everyone 8% attack. Huohuo is practically always built with breakpoint or higher speed, so you're always giving everyone attack, so any team that benefits from the attack percent would love this. And on top of that, you're giving Huohuo extra max HP, which is going to further increase their healing amount as well. So on top of being a good supportive set with the extra 8% attack, it's also giving max HP for Huohuo herself, which is why Fleet of the Ageless is a great option. Broken Keel is another fantastic set, as it does provide 10% effect res, and once you have 30% or higher effect res, you give everyone 10% crit damage. So at 30% or higher effect res, not only are you also having a less chance to get CC'd, you are also not giving everyone crit damage, so any team that would also benefit from crit damage will get a great deal out of this ornament, as it's just a free supportive 10% crit damage for your team, which is why it's another great option you can use. Another really good option is the Lushaka set, as it provides 5% energy regeneration rate, and if the character is not first on the team lineup, gives the character that is the first on the team lineup 12% attack. As I mentioned, energy regeneration rate is good for Huohuo, as more you would have, the faster you can get your ultimate. Faster you get your ultimate, you can help more energy for your team, as you're able to use ultimate more and also keep the attack buff active. And on top of that, the first character, if they are attack scaling, which if they weren't, you wouldn't be using the set, 12% attack is just going to be nice. It's a bit higher than Ageless. Unfortunately, it doesn't give it to your entire team, so if you're doing something like Aglia with Robin or Robin with someone else, you can't give it to both of them, whereas it would benefit both of them. It just gives it to your hyper carry. But it's still a powerful option because the extra 4% attack can be a bit helpful in any case, which is why Lushaka is another option you can use. And if you are taking her with another win DPS, you can use the Penacony set, which also provides 5% energy regeneration rate and increases damage by 10% for all other allies that are the same type as the wearer. So in any case, if you are running her with another win DPS, you can use this, as it becomes a free 10% damage for them and also gives, once again, 5% energy regeneration rate, which, as I mentioned constantly, is going to help you keep more uptime on the ultimate, which is going to be very beneficial to your team. And again, your DPS is getting an extra 10% damage, which again, you would only be using the set if you are running another win DPS. So in cases where you are running another win DPS, this is an option you can use. Another option you can use is Sprightly Von Walk, which also provides 5% energy regeneration rate, and once you do have 120 speed or higher, the wearer's action is advanced forward by 40% immediately upon entering battle. As you do build her with breakpoint speed or higher, you're practically always going to be first in battle, assuming you're not running someone else that's at breakpoint speed with a little higher that also has Von Walk, or a higher action forward in their kit. Going first will allow you to actually set up the Divine Provision even faster. You already have a charge going into battle thanks to one of her bonus traces, but this can help you set the full amount so you don't have to use it when it is returned. This will just let you set it up right away, and then you'll be good to go. And then again, the extra 5% energy regeneration rate is going to be beneficial. So in cases, Von Walk is good, especially if you want to set up right away. Or the main stats on the relics. For the body, you want outgoing healing percent. For the feet, you want speed. For the orb, you want HP percent. And for the link rope, you want energy regeneration rate. For the substats, first, you want to prioritize speed until you at least hit breakpoint, which is 134 or higher speed. It can also help to hit higher thresholds, such as something like 143 or even up to 160 if you want to get that. But 134 or higher is the general recommended part. Past that is if you are running something like Broken Kill. If you're running Broken Kill, you want to make sure you do have 30% effect res. Or if you are running Perfect Timing, more effect res is going to increase your outgoing healing, so make sure you get enough. If you are running Perfect Timing, you would need a total of 60%, which is definitely doable, especially if you're running something like Broken Kill as well, as the base at S5 gives you a whole 32% plus Broken Kill, which gives you an extra 10%. It's really easy to do. You don't have to get the full value. It's just nice to have, just so you can actually get the full value and have the full outgoing healing. But practically, if you are just running Broken Kill, your priority is just to get 30%, and if you're running something like a high superimposition Perfect Timing, then getting around 50% is going to be recommended. Past that is just more HP percent, so you can further increase healing. And then past that, you could also get some defense rolls, so she is a little more tanky. So once again, first get speed to breakpoint or higher, so 134 or higher. Then if you are running Broken Kill or Perfect Timing, Broken Kill, you want to get at least 30% effect res. Perfect Timing, the max at S5 is 60%, so just aim to get around 40 to 50. If you can get the full amount, then that's great. Past that is more HP percent, and then past that would be some defense rolls, just so you are more tanky. And if that is the full build guide for Huohuo. Once again, if you guys found the video helpful, drop a good like, would be greatly appreciated. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon for future videos like this, along with other types of Star Wars content. That's all I want to say. Peace out.